Hi, some of you have been asking for a more beginner workout. So today I'm doing a more beginner Pilates workout. I'm going to actually set my fitness app. So those of you who use fitness app, now would be a good time to get started. And today, as I said, we're doing a more beginner intro to Pilates, but this is also just like more for relaxation. We're not going to go as into so many reps, and we're not going to be doing as many challenging exercises, but that doesn't mean you're not going to get an exercise or a workout in itself. Today you're going to need some props. So after I go through the props, pause the video, go get what you need. A towel, which you can use as a pillow. When I say a towel, like a hand towel, not like a washcloth, but like the size of a face towel. That way you can fold it up and make it a pillow under your head. And if you do have a small pillow like this size, that's great. You can use it as a support. You could either put it under your head as well, or when we do our side work, you can actually put your knee on it if you need some support that way. I'll be using the props today. Last but not least, I'll be turning the camera towards the wall over here to the end the workout. So you are going to need some wall space that's clear, no paintings or anything on the wall. So you're going to be standing against the wall, so you're going to want that space at the end. So make sure you find an area where you can stretch out with a mat, but also at the end find some wall space. So I'm going to start with the towel under my head. I feel like everyone has a towel, so we'll start out with the towel and we'll go from there. So we're going to begin with just some relaxation, breathing. This helps with blood flow, circulation. Some of you asked for that as well. It also just helps us with our breathing and to get into the correct form. And being in the correct form actually helps us become better at doing the more challenging exercises. So start out with the towel under your head. Makes the workout a little bit more relaxing. And I'll start like that. And maybe just with your, laying down on your mat or on your carpet. Knees together, feet together, nothing fancy. We'll get into Pilates stance shortly. But just with your head on your towel, we're going to start out with breathing. Arms long by your side. And breath was really important to Joseph Pilates. He was asthmatic, and this really helps with blood flow circulation. So if you're breathing correctly, it actually, helps with your lung capacity. Breathing in and out through your nose is where you get the most airflow, because you breathe in from the very top all the way down into your lungs, versus through your mouth, which you are missing that passage from your nose. So this actually clears out all of the pollen and the allergens in the air by breathing in and out through your nose. So again, breathing in and out through your nose. Let's breathe in and out through our nose, and breathing in. And relax your shoulder blades, get them out of your ears. Keep breathing in through your nose and out through your nose. And in. And out. And in. And out. Breathe in the clean, fresh air. And breathe out the stale air. Last one. Now, focusing on your form, we're going to start with imprinting. And in imprinting, we bring our arms kind of right overhead. And what we're going to do, like in a U shape, you're going to focus on your belly pushing into the mat. And you're going to bring your belly into the mat. Feel your rib cage melt away. Everything like chocolate is melting into the mat. Melts. And come on up. You feel the difference when you melt your pelvis, your belly button, everything melts into the mat. And then lift up. And again, melt yourself into the mat, every part of you, starting with your rib cage, your middle of your back, your belly button, your pelvis. It's all melting into the mat like chocolate. We're liquid form now. We're sitting in the sunshine. And then come on up. Last one. Give yourself a nice deep imprinting into that mat and up. Now let's focus on iso abs. This is our main powerhouse that we're focusing on. It's the area between our belly button and our pelvis. Make a diamond with your hands. So thumbs together and index fingers together. place your thumbs on your belly button and your index fingers by your pelvis. And what you're going to do is imagine that you have a marble floating in between your thumbs and your index fingers. And the marble's floating now down. You're going to move the marble down to your belly button. And now we got to move it back up to our pelvis. So our abdominal muscles are focusing on moving the marble back down to our belly button and down, around, back up to our pelvis. We really have to focus on that imprinting that we just did, because we have to move that marble with our abdominal muscles. And keep moving it back towards your belly button and forwards towards your pelvis. And again, back to your belly button and forward to your pelvis. Feel that nice deep connection between your rib cage, your belly button, and the mat. Everything should be pushing towards the ground. You should also feel this in your pelvis. Feel that connection. This is our powerhouse. The connection that I talk about when I say eyes to belly or into your powerhouse is right here, where we're moving that marble back and forth. Let's do it 2 more times, all the way back and forward towards your pelvis and back to your belly button and forward to your pelvis. Now bring your arms long beside you. We're going to start out with what we call head nods. So you're going to bring your chin to your throat. This is how we start our C curve. Shoulder blades relax into the mat and just bring your chin to your throat and then bring it back up like you're kissing someone. Don't bring it all the way up like you're arching your neck. That would hurt. And you're on a towel or a pillow, so just want to bring it to your throat and up like you're giving a kiss. And make sure you're engaging your abdomen. Keep that belly button in. And give someone a kiss. Into your throat. And give a nice big kiss. And last one to your throat. And up, give a kiss. Now we're going to slowly begin taking our head off the pillow. So you can remove the towel from underneath you. Should feel a little different. And we're going to focus again. Let's just do a couple more head nods to your throat and up for a kiss. And to our throat and up for a kiss, because that feels a little different. And now we're going to bring our chin to our throat and try to lift our head off the mat. And then bring it down. So these are our neck curls. And then again, chin to throat, head off the mat, and try to bring the tops of your shoulder blades up. And then again, back down. Slowly, chin to throat, head up, shoulder blades up. Let's try to get a little bit higher. And then come back down. Slowly, bone by bone. And again, chin to throat. Come on up slowly. This time you should be eyes to your pelvis because you're in that direction. Here's our C curve. You can see that we're creating a capital C with our bodies. And we're going to slowly come back down, shoulder blades, top of our scapula, and then our head, neck, and shoulders come down to the mat. Let's do one more. Come on up. And back down. Now we're going to begin with the 100. And with our 100, we're going to keep our feet on the mat, okay? And what I want you to do is bring, again, with our head, neck, and shoulders, come on off the mat, just like we did with our neck curl, and then come back down. But this time, keeping our arms long off the mat, head, neck, and shoulders come up, and we begin pumping. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5, long arms. And exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't look at the camera, look at your belly. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shoulder blades back. And out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathing in and breathing out. Keep pumping and vigorously. There's a basketball underneath your fingertips. You are dribbling the basketball. And keep pumping, breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shoulder blades are in your back pockets. Keep breathing, keep your eyes to your belly, and keep pumping, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you want an extra challenge towards the end, you can bring your knees towards your chest, like so. But it's okay. You can also just leave your feet on the mat. The next step is bringing in your knees to your chest. So keep pumping. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathing in and out. Breathing in through your nose and exhale through your nose. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathing in and breathing out. Now slowly lower your head, neck, and shoulders back down to the mat. And we're going to begin with rib cage arms. So our arms are still, our knees are bent. Arms are long on the mat. And what we're going to do is we're going to make sure we're staying connected. Our back is connected to the mat. Okay, you don't want to arch your back off the mat when you lift up. You want to keep your back connected. So you see how, I don't know if you can see, but you can see my pelvis kind of moving, arching off the back. We want to avoid that. So what we're going to do is we're going to practice. Keep your back imprinted like we did with imprinting, and slowly raise your arms up, back imprinted, and bring them down. Raise your arms up, look straight ahead, and bring them down, back imprinted. You want to feel that connection between your shoulder blades and your abdomen. And up, parallel, long fingers, and down. And bring it up, long fingers, down, staying connected. Up and down. And if you feel comfortable, if your range of motion is able, bring your arms further back, but keep yourself connected. Keep your back from arching and bring them down. And bring it back and down. Increasing that range of motion. Slowly bring them back and down. Keep your back connected to the mat and down, long fingers. Last one, up and down. And that feeling that we just made, we're going to begin doing the roll up. So what I'd like you to do, again, be still bent, that's okay. And what I want you to do is, with that same motion, you're going to bring your arms up, but this time, chin to throat, head, neck, and shoulders come up, and we're going to roll up to our knees. And if you need to grab onto your front of your knees, even better is right behind your thighs. Do that, and then slowly roll yourself down, bone by bone by bone. Let's do that again. Arms come up out of your armpits, like we did with our rib cage arms. Chin to throat, roll up all the way. Grab behind your knees or at your thighs. Come back. Articulate your spine, rolling in with that C curve that we've been making. With our eyes to belly, come back down, bone by bone by bone. And again, arms up, eyes to belly, rolling up. Create that curve, eyes to belly, come on down, bone by bone by bone. Let's do one more like this, and then we'll try without grabbing on. So again, arms out of armpits, head and neck, chin to throat, head, neck, and shoulders round forward, eyes to belly, roll forward, grab behind your knees, roll back, starting with your lower back, your middle back, your upper back, and come all the way down. Now, you could continue to do this with knees bent, like this, but next time, roll down try rolling down without grabbing on. Roll down bone by bone by bone. It's a nice little extra challenge, and I'll do one more with you like this. Eyes to belly. Roll on up. Use your deep abs. And without grabbing on, but if you still need to grab on, do so. And come back down, bone by bone by bone. Now, hopefully your towel's still near you, or your pillow. Grab onto your towel, place it under your head. It feels really nice there. And we're gonna do some knee spreads. So what you're gonna do, keep your heels and feet together. And the idea here is to keep your pelvis still. So here's where Pilates stance is helpful. Heels together, toes apart, but about 4 fingers distance apart. Then that V. And what you're going to do, starting with your knees together, keeping your pelvis still, open up your legs and then bring them together. Using your glutes to bring them open and bring it together. So keep your pelvis still. We don't want to feel it wiggling. We're opening and closing our legs by our knees. Opening up as wide as you can. If this is as far as you can go, that's as far as you can go. If this is as far as you can go, that's as far as you will go. But keep going, opening and closing and opening. Use your glutes to bring yourself in and out. And feel that connection between your heel, your seat, and your glutes. So you want your pelvis steady. In and out. Let's do 2 more. Last one. And now we're going to bring our legs long for the first time on the mat. So flex your left leg. Point your toes to the ceiling, that's flex. Point is literally like the flexion when you bring your foot forward. It's not like a dancer's like pointing with your toes and curling it. It's just moving your from your ankle joint forward and back. So what we're going to do is flex your left leg and Pilates stance, bring your right leg up as far as you can to the ceiling. If your knee's bent, that's okay. Okay? And we're going to do tic-tac. We're going to bring our leg to the right, to the center, to the left, and center. So bring your to the left, my bad, I started with the wrong side, to the center, and to the right, and center. And if you can't straighten your leg, do it. Left, center, right, center, or knee bent is fine. Left, center, right, center. Keeping your left hip stable. And if you'd like to try now, with a bent leg, try circling your leg over the extended leg a few times. And then reverse. And it could be a bent knee, or if you want to try a straight knee, do the straight knee. Up to you. But it's sometimes we start moving our other side too much, so you might want to do a bent knee to keep yourself steady. And now bring that leg long to the floor. Flex it. Point the opposite leg and bring that one up. Or you can bring it up bent. And we're going to tic-tac it to the right, to the center, shoulder blades melting into the mat, and to the left and center. With our toe pointed to the right, center, and left. Center. Let's do one more tic-tac. Right, center. It's like a pendulum. Left, center. And if you had up underneath, that's okay. Because now we're going to circle the other leg around. Try to trace a volleyball with your big toe. It's about that size of a circle. And reverse your circle with your hips steady. You anchor your hips by flexing your leg that's anchored to the floor, or flexing your foot. And now bring that leg long down to the mat. And let's do some clockwork. So you can bend your knees if you'd like. You can take your pillow off your, from underneath you, because we're gonna do a little bit of bringing ourselves off the mat. So what we're gonna pretend is we've got a clock now in our belly, and we're trying to dip it back towards 12 o'clock and forward towards 6 o'clock. So it's like a little bit of a bridge. We're kind of articulating our spine. Back towards 12 and forward towards 6. So it's a little back and forward. We're kind of rounding our spine. Back towards 12. So your pelvis is going to come up a little bit. And this motion is going to be that rolling motion that we're going to use for our next exercise, which is rolling like a ball. So you're just tilting your pelvis up towards 12 o'clock and then tilt it back down towards 6 o'clock. Up towards 12 o'clock, down towards 6 o'clock. So we're just rolling. And it just kind of helps us with that movement that you'll get into of rolling like a ball, but you gotta practice this a little bit. So let's do that a couple more times. 12 and 6, 12 and 6. And now, slowly just roll yourself up. You could grab onto the back of your legs if you need to and come up to a seated position. Then we're gonna go into rolling like a ball, prep work. So bring your seat to your heels and wrap your hands underneath your legs, right underneath your knees. And what I want you to do is just practice balancing in a Pilates stance. So you're gonna sit up tall and just practice taking your feet off the mat, like so. And your feet should be in Pilates stance, relaxed, 4 fingers above, 4 fingers apart. Pilates stance, you don't have to point your toes like a ballerina, just point them towards the rug. Sit up tall and just practice getting your feet off the mat. And when you're ready, I'd like you to try balancing in your C curve that we've been practicing. So eyes to belly, round your spine a little bit, shoulder blades back, and practice balancing in that C curve. And if you need to put your feet down, put your feet down. Practice that balance in your C curve. And just keep balancing. And if you feel brave, or if you want to give it a try, you could either keep balancing or give yourself a couple of tries of rolling back. You just kind of try rolling back a little bit and rolling up and rolling back a little bit and rolling up and back and up. Elbows wide if you are rolling. Otherwise, just keep balancing. Practice that balance and hold it for as long as you can with your belly in, your eyes to your belly. It's a nice good hold. Now place your feet down. Place your hands kind of like a T behind you. Place your hands back and slide your hips back towards your hands. We're going to do a little bit of seated tracking, which is practicing with our flex and our point of our toes. So bring your toes up towards the ceiling and heels together, toes apart. Flex them towards the ceiling, those 4 fingers in between. And if you need to bend your knees a little bit, do so, if that's more comfortable for you. But sit up tall, look straight ahead, flex your toes towards the ceiling, and point them towards the ground. And see, even I need to practice with my V of my toes. And you just practice the flex and the point. This is your Pilates V, and this helps us with our stance. Shoulder blades in back pockets, look straight ahead. And it really gets us into that feeling we have when we're standing in Pilates stance. Belly in and up towards our rib cage. Shoulder blades back in our back pockets. And just do a couple more of these. Flexing and pointing our toes. Last one. And now we're going to do some knee folds. So place your knees in a bent position and come laying down on your mat. This time heads down. We don't need a towel behind our head. And you're going to raise your right knee up and place it down. And your left knee up and place it down. And if you guys can see, if you feel like you're confident in that, raising your right knee up and your left knee up, you could keep doing that with your eyes to belly, head, neck, and shoulders lifted. And we could practice that by bringing our chin to our throat, curving up our spine, eyes to belly. So do a couple more of these knee folds, or if you're not ready to lift your head, just keep switching back and forth. But I'm going to keep my head, neck, and shoulders curled up. And now I'm going to begin my single leg stretch. I'm going to have you pancake your hands like so. One palm on the back of the other hand and bring them behind your neck. And we're going to do single leg stretch with our knees bent, head, neck, and shoulders lifted off the mat. Here's our single leg stretch. If you're feeling confident with the bent knee, you can do it with a straight leg. And down, and down. It's up to you. Do what you're most comfortable with. But we're just practicing this motion. In and out. In and out. You could even do the in and out together. In, out, together. Eyes to belly. If you feel comfortable, you can start doing the full single leg stretch, switching your legs one at a time. Or you could just keep switching your legs in and out, or in, out, together, in, out, together. But I'm going to do the single leg stretch, and we'll add in hand movements in the next video. I'll probably make a video after this one that goes in between this one and the first video I made. And here we have our single leg stretch. Now bring your knees back in, hug them into your belly, and we're going to go into double leg stretch. So this time you're going to have to go, either you're going to keep raising and lowering your knees with our pancake hands like so. Just bring them up and down, feel it in your belly. Or you could do the full double leg stretch. Bring your knees in, so you keep doing that, or bring your arms straight in front of you, legs straight, circle around and back to your belly. Up, but don't look at your fingers. Not like twinkly stars that babies see in their bassinets. We're gonna bring them in. It's not a mobile up there looking at your belly. You gotta look at your belly and bring it in. Eyes to belly, out and in. You can bring it straight parallel, or if you're feeling confident, 45 degrees. But this is a little bit lesser range of motion, and you're still gonna feel it in your powerhouse. Let's do a couple more of these. But if you want to advance it more, bring yourself to 45 degrees with your legs, arms still by ears. Your biceps by ears, no matter what. And last one. Bring it in. Now, bring your feet to the ground. Round yourself up. You can grab onto the backs of your thighs. And we're going to do spinal stretch forward. So, place your legs in like a slight V in front of you. Flex your toes towards the ceiling. Shoulder blades in back pockets. And we're gonna peel a sticker off our wall, but we're gonna also breathe. This is a breathing exercise. So chin to throat, like in our neck curl, and slowly exhale as you detach your sticker from the wall. And then come up sitting tall like there's a wall right in back of you, and do it again. Now if you need to be against the wall, that's another option. So if like this was the wall, it's not a wall, so I'm not going to lean on it. But if it's helpful, you could do this against the wall to help you with your articulation. So just another tip, if you're having trouble rounding your chin to your throat, round forward and come back up. Let's do that again. Round forward, exhale, And inhale up. And last one, exhale. And inhale up. Now we're going to move into saw. And I forgot to mention, if you're having trouble with that one more thing with the double leg stretch, with the spinal stretch forward, if you need to sit on a pillow, that's a really good exercise to do on a pillow. So if you were having trouble, let's do this again. If you need a pillow or if you needed to pause, sit on top of a pillow. It helps with the bending forward. You can either bend your knees like so as you round forward and come back up. So you could use a wall, you could sit on a pillow, or you could bend your knees. And this also helps with our articulation. So we could do that again with straight legs, if you're ready for it, or against the wall. So now we're gonna move into saw. Again, we're sitting on a pillow. Sits bones come out from underneath you. Sit up tall, place your fists together, or you can bend your knees, and we're gonna twist to the right, center, and left, center, and right, center, and left, center. Look behind your shoulder, center, and look behind, center, okay? Or you could do it with long legs. Twist to the right, center, twist to the left, center, and to the right, center, and left, center. Make sure you're looking while you twist. Let's do one more on each side. So that could have been done with knees bent on a cushion. This one, unfortunately, because you're twisting, would be really hard to do on the wall. So now let's go into some leg slides. So what we're going to do is you can either take that cushion if you had it from underneath you, or you could have been against the wall, or put a towel underneath your head. And we're gonna do some leg slides now. This feels really good with the towel under our head. And all you're gonna do is with your knee bend, you're gonna bring one leg straight, and then slowly bring it back to your hips and switch sides. Straight. You can flex and point, but flex it back to your hips. And flex it out. And switch sides out. And relax your shoulder blades, get them out of your ears. And slide it out and back in. And this feels really nice. And make sure you're staying steady in your pelvis. Your belly's in, your shoulder blades are relaxed, and you're working from your joint here. So you should feel this in your belly because your pelvis isn't moving. We're watching out for all this. And if you could speed up the movement, you can, like I'm doing. Or you could slow it down. 1, 2. And 1, 2. And 1, 2. Now, I'd like you to come onto your side, left or right side, doesn't matter, facing the camera. Bring your legs to about 45 degrees. If you're, I bring your arm long to the mat and your ear is on your bicep. And bring your top arm to about 90 degrees, fingers pointing in the direction that your head's pointing in. Flex your bottom foot and raise your top foot about hips distance apart, and we're going to do side kick series, front and back. Now if that distance is a little much, limit your range of motion. Just go front, front, back, back, front, front, back, back. And as you get more comfortable working in this position without moving your pelvis with your belly still, then increase your range of motion. So work from a smaller range of motion and then work your way up to a larger range of motion. So do a couple more of these. Kick, kick, front, kick, kick, back, kick, kick, front, and kick, kick, back. And now, as much as you can, twist your knee towards the ceiling, and we're going to do side kick series up and down, up and down. You could go all the way up, all the way down if you're really flexible, or maybe you're just going like this, up and down. But make sure you're arching your big toe past your bottom heel and that your bottom heel is flexed. Up and down. Squeeze your glutes as you go up and down. And look straight ahead. And down and up and down. Now, bring your top leg over your bottom leg. You can bend the leg and place it on the floor. If that's uncomfortable for you, you could take your pillow or your towel and place it under your knee, and it makes it a little bit more comfortable. And then bring your top leg back a little bit so that it's straight in line with your body. And flex that foot and bring it up and down. And bring it up and down. Belly in, up and down. Top hand still at 45. Up and down. And last one, up and down. And now we're going to practice circling. We're scraping a big peanut butter jar. And we want to get every last bit of peanut butter. You know that I have a jar of peanut butter in my refrigerator right now? And I literally feel like my heel is the knife trying to get all that peanut butter. So let's scrape all the peanut butter out of my almost empty jar of peanut butter. And when you're ready, reverse direction. Belly stays in. You're trying to stay steady. No moving in the torso or the pelvis. The only thing moving is this leg from the joint. And when you're ready, come over onto your belly. And we're going to bring our abs in and up. Pancake your hands, one hand on the mat, the other on top of the hand. Place your forehead on those hands. Feet flat into the mat. And bring your belly in and up off the mat. And bring it back down. And bring your belly in and up off the mat. You should be able to put fingers underneath you if you bring it up and off. And bring it down. And last one, relax your shoulder blades. Belly in and up. And bring it all the way down. And let's come on to our other side. Opposite arm comes long. The other side you've been doing, so come on to the opposite side. And let me get into camera view. Legs at 45 degrees. Keep your pillow nearby or your towel. Head or ear on bicep. Feet hips distance apart. Top arm at 90 degrees with the wall or same angle as the wall. Flex your bottom leg, point the top leg, and we're doing front and back. Side kick series, front and back. Watching for Elvis in the pelvis. And make sure that you're looking straight ahead and use the range of motion that you're most comfortable with. If you're only going from toe to heel, that's great. That means you're moving from your joint. If you could go past your toe and past your heel, fantastic. You're showing more flexibility. But most important is that you're steady. You're keeping yourself steady and that you're not wobbling. So let's do a couple more of these. Don't forget to breathe. And now let's do up and down. Point that top toe past your bottom heel and bring it up and down. Our flexible friends can go all the way up and use your glutes to get all the way down. Either way, you're using your glutes to go up and down, bellies in and up to your rib cage, and our hips aren't moving. Unfortunately, Elvis has left the building. He's not here anymore. So make sure Elvis isn't there either. So we're going up and down a couple more times. And now, bring your top leg over your bottom leg, bend the leg, grab your pillow, place your knee on your pillow or flat on the floor if you're comfortable. And bring your bottom leg back, top arm at 45, and bring your back leg straight with your torso, belly in and up, and we're gonna do our inner thighs. Go up as high as you are comfortable and lower. Up and down, up. Squeeze your glutes and down. You're gonna feel this in your inner thighs. And now we're gonna circle that peanut butter jar because I still see a few little bits of peanut butter and every last bit is delicious. It's like a vice of mine, peanut butter. peanut butter and apples. That's a good snack. So I'm grabbing all my peanut butter for my apple snack, and I'm gonna reverse because I see some peanut butter in the other direction. I must be hungry. All right, now that we're done, bring your leg down, bring your legs together, and slowly turn yourself around. And we're gonna be in a seated position. We're gonna do some teaser prep. Teaser, a full teaser, some of you already saw in my first video, is this. We're prepping for this position. But in the meantime, what I want you to do is both feet are on the mat, holding on the ground. And you're gonna hold onto your thighs and you're just gonna scoop your belly, make that C curve, eyes to belly, scoop your belly, and come on up. Okay. Scoop your belly and come on up using your abs, and scoop and up. And if you're feeling comfortable with this, let go of your thighs and place your arms in front of you and scoop and up, and eyes to belly, scoop, shoulder blades out of your ears and up, look straight ahead, and scoop and bring yourself up, looking straight ahead. If you still kept holding on to the back of your thighs, that is fine. Scoop, still look straight ahead, up. So either way, we're scooping and bringing it up, or we're scooping and we're bringing it up. And a couple more, scoop and up. And last one, scoop and up. Now we're gonna get ready for seal. Seal is another balancing position. Similar to our rolling like a ball, we're gonna prep for seal. To prep for seal, clap your hands together, thighs apart, bring them through that hole between your thighs, toes together, not heels, and fingers together, because as we know, seals don't have fingers, they have flippers. We bring our legs through that hole and clap on. And all I want you to do is balance. Just look straight ahead and balance. Because this in itself is hard enough, is balancing. But as we balance, we want to bring our eyes to our belly and balance. And if you can, clap your toes together 3 times and then hold. And toes together 3 times and hold. And shoulder blades out of your ears, hold, and last one, hold. And just feel that balance. If you want to keep clicking your toes together 3 times, you could do that a couple more times, or practice your balance. Eventually, what you're going to want to do is practice the rolling exercise like we do with rolling like a ball. And we're going to clap, 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 and clap, clap, clap. But just get the balance right here. Hold it. Now look straight ahead, because here we found our C curve. Eyes to belly. You can see that C shape that I've made with my body. That's really what we're practicing, is maintaining that C curve the entire time. Now bring your feet back to the mat. Get up on your hands and knees. So bring your hands to the side of you. Just come up on your knees and slowly bring your feet onto the ground and get up into a standing position. And take any props out of the way and find your wall space. I'm going to move my camera to the wall. There we are. And we're going to do some endings on the wall, because in Pilates we like to end in a standing position. So make that Pilates stance that we've been starting to practice, that V shape, 4 fingers apart. Stand against the wall with your heels against the wall in that 4 fingers apart position. And this probably doesn't feel comfortable. So what you want to do, if you need to hold on to the wall, do so, but step out 1 foot and the other foot. Now it should feel a little bit more comfortable, but your heels are still together, toes are apart in your Pilates position. And make sure everything on your torso, including your head, is connected to the wall. So your lower back's connected, your tailbone is connected, your upper back, your head's connected. And we're just going to alternate our arms up, right arm up, left arm is against the wall, and we're going to switch. Keeping your scapula, your shoulder blades connected to the wall. Look straight ahead and switch. do a couple more of these. And switch belly in and up. Keep those shoulder blades out of your ears. And last one on each side with our long arms. Now, we're going to circle our arms. Shoulder blades still connected, back's connected. Circle them forward. And now circle them in the other direction, backwards. Shoulder blades connected to the wall, looking straight ahead, keeping your belly connected. And now bring your arms long to the wall. And now, like a sticker, like we did with our spine stretch forward, take that sticker, peel your head towards your throat, and make that C curve, peeling your shoulder blades off the wall, your middle back, your lower back, and almost till your tailbone's the only thing touching the wall. And now just dangle here. And now swing your arms inwards. Use a little bit of momentum. We're swinging in and switch direction. And then one more time on each side or each direction. Feels nice. And reverse. And now stop that swinging. And slowly stick your sticker, your tailbone, just coming back up to there, your lower back, your middle back, your stickers coming back to the wall, your shoulder blades, and the last thing that's going to touch your wall is your head and your neck. And now bring your feet back towards the wall. Balance, take a moment. You were just hanging there. Get your equilibrium. And now take 2 steps off the wall. And we are done. So thank you so much. I hope this was a helpful workout for you. Got your blood going, circulating. And I'll do a in-between exercise between the last video and this one. So it'll just be a beginner exercise without as many building blocks. But these building blocks, anyone can find useful. Plus it helps us relax a little bit more. Thank you. See you soon.